Hello. Hello. This goes away. Hello, everybody. It's time again for Worry with Cary. So, what do y'all want to talk about? Uh, it's once again a random YouTuber with the bad hair, just don't care. You know what really grinds my gears? Well, you might have heard, and maybe didn't, if you weren't on Twitter or any other social media, that during the Olympics, a woman named Iman Khalif, I hope I said it right, Iman Khalif, defeated a woman known as Lin Yuting. Now, Iman was representing Algeria, and Lin was representing China, and she won the finals and won the gold medal in 48 seconds. Should be no problem, right? Well, every single idiot with an internet connection and less than 2 brain cells in their head to rub together decided to get on Beyonce's internet and lie their stupid asses off in the most bigoted, hateful ways, claiming that Iman is a trans woman and that this is wrong. Including, but not limited to, Riley Gaines, a swimmer who lost a race to one trans woman in college, and despite the fact she has lost other swimming races to 12-year-old girls, is made her whole life about that now and crying and being the biggest piece of shit possible. Our current WWE US champion, Logan Paul, who I thought was already a big enough piece of shit for being a horrible US champ who barely defends his title, whose act is already worn stale because he's so, like, this year alone he's had maybe one good match, and his promos are the most cookie cutter heel shtick ever, with just him putting in millennial catchphrases bullshit. And also, I thought could sing no lower than doing an interview with disgraced former president and known terrorist Donald Trump. But here we are. And of course, the motherfucking quivering, cause, you know, you can't have something remotely transphobic without the quivering, shoving his 2 cents in, like the fat piece of dog shit he is. Now, it should be noted, 2 very important things there. Number 1, trans women are women, and should be allowed to compete in sports if they meet the requirements against women, if they prefer to, which would be the classification anyway. Usually it's not the other way around. You know what's funny though is, like, there are cases where, like, alright, there are cases where cis women compete against men and nobody seems to care. In fact, it's treated like a actual big thingy, especially if they win. Like, there's a whole documentary on Peacock you can see right now, WWE produced, called Heaven, about this girl in high school that was doing just that. And pretty sure there were other women that did that in wrestling before they got into pro wrestling. But yeah, that's an important thing to consider. And also, this woman is not a trans woman. Now, I have right here some stuff you can read here, and it says, however, the Russian-led IBA, which is long-faced questions about integrity and concerns about governance, did not oversee Olympic qualification for the 2024 Summer Games. The International Olympic Committee, IOC, has repeatedly affirmed Khalif's and Lin's eligibility. And there's a big thing about there. I mean, the medical, everyone competing in the women's category pursued following compliant by the competitive rules. We competed many times before for many years. Sam and Kern. Adams, in another press conference, pushed back against the idea that testosterone testing would be a panacea. Yeah, so all the right-wing shitheads, which apparently includes our current U.S. champion, because, boy, WWE, way to devalue your fucking titles. God damn. Sheesh. Like, unless Kid Rock wins the fucking TNT title, and fucking let's hope not, I don't see how AEW can make any of their titles as devalued as you have your U.S. champion. Oh, hey, Hulk Hogan, fuck you too. But anyway, I'm not gonna click on this video. I'm not gonna watch this video. I am, however, going to talk about this piece of shit. This piece of shit quivering here. This video he made that is still up. And it's just one of several times he, on the internet, in the last 24 hours, like the divorced fat piece of garbage he is, has went out of his way to spread more lies and misinformation. And unlike Logan Paul, who has pseudo backed out and has apologize, but in a way that pretty much made it clear he doesn't think he's wrong because he's a piece of shit and an egomaniac and a fuckhead. And but he did do that. This bitch has not once claimed he was wrong. He's tried to double down even more. In this case, probably KFC double down. He's KFC double down and said all kinds of shit. And I'm gonna show some of his tweets to show that because he is just like, boy, this man has no fucking life. He has no fucking shit going on. Like, what is this stupid jabroni doing? Like, how do you fucking have... Like, how do you have the stuff he has? Like, you have... If you've ever seen his setup, he's got all these games in the bag. And if seriously me, he owns even half of them. Like, you figure this fucker would be too busy playing these and to be a stupid, bigoted shithead. But, hey, man, I guess, you know, when you're a toxic piece of shit, it just takes over your life. You know, it's like they say, transphobia around the brains. And like how many trans girls have rejected this fat piece of shit? Like at this point, there's got to be some story there of like him having the hots for this girl that was trans, and she like didn't want to date him, and that made him like the fucking piece of shit he is, that he hates all trans people. Like there has to be something, right? But I want to point out, like, let's look at this thumbnail. You got disgusting Olympic display. What, a boxer winning a boxing match? Oh my God, how dare she? And then he's got it's kind of hard to see, and I apologize. I'm on the food bar phone. You got the woman in question, the Iman beat, and he puts the weirdest shit where you can, or her being raised, and you see like her punching the chick in the side, and then because of course he does, he put the freaking the picture of the two women from the episode of South Park, the horrendous board games episode where you had a man literally claiming to be a woman to enter the sports and win, and it was a horrible, shitty episode that I don't like, and a lot of people like. And most shitty people who probably haven't even watched South Park in a decade, let's be honest, love to keep using it up as some kind of proof of something. You know, even though it's a fucking bad episode of a show you barely pay attention to. But yeah, this is still up. This fucker doesn't care. He's a piece of shit, and I could put it on and probably talk about debunking shit, but why do I do that? Like, why? Yeah, I've already clicked on enough of it to give him the stupid view, but I'm not gonna get the satisfaction to watch that 12-minute video and talk about it. No. Anyways, fuck this fat piece of garbage. Let's look at some of his other insane ramblings. Now, hopefully this isn't too foobar, because we're gonna look at some tweets. And hold on, and this is an old one, but it was on his timeline when I searched up trans. This is the oldest reference to trans on his timeline. Now, Quivering has claimed before that he's not transphobic. If you believe it or not, he's claimed that he doesn't hate trans people, that he just doesn't like it being shoved down our throats and doesn't like it being forced on kids. Now, to look at those statements alone, let's talk about being shoved down our throats. Keep in mind, there are cis people in like basically everything you watch or play, right? Like there are cis characters, there are cis actors, there are cis wrestlers. Like, let's look over here at my display, right? Like you can barely see it, but the rest of the development, Doctor Who is mostly all cis people, at least the ones I have there, right? And that could be because there aren't many trans actors, but there's probably other reasons for it. Basically, you know, bigotry and shit and stupid, shitty people like this fucker. But also, before I get to tweet, I'm going on a tangent now. If it's being shoved down your throat, then clearly there would be more representation in there. Clearly there would be more than like 2 wrestlers I can think of that are trans in a major wrestling company, and that's I got a major wrestling company in North America with a TV deal, you know? Clearly there would be more actors I could point to, you know, other than Laverne Cox and Hunter Schafer. Like that's the 2 I can think of right now, and they've only really been famous like the last decade. Like, and same with singers. Like, there's what's her name, Kim Petras. I was trying to think of the name. You know what I mean? Like, there should be more there, and yet there isn't. So if it's being shoved down your throat, it seems like the cis people like me are being shoved more down your throat because we're literally everywhere. You cannot watch a show or movie without like at least one of us popping up, right? I think that's like 100 of us popped up. You know, like name one trans actor in the MCU. Like name one right now. Can you? Like that's one of the biggest film franchises. What about Fast and Furious? That's one that's maybe not as huge because maybe it doesn't have as many movies, but it's certainly a big deal the last few years. How about Mission Impossible? There might be one there. I'm not that familiar with Mission Impossible, so maybe there is one there or more than one. But I would have to hazard a guess, and I'm taking an educated guess. Probably like maybe one actor, and probably not a main role, and obviously not a main role because Tom Cruise, but like even like the sub, like the role of bad guy or whatever, or the bad girl, probably not that, or the friend, or somebody helping them. No, I don't think so. You know, there should be. I absolutely think there should be, but here we are. But anyway, we see him in October 26, 2018. Black folks slash POC gay folks, trans folks, they're all a part of my love for this country. It's time to stop feeling guilt for success. It's time to feel pride. That's what this bitch said. Now, this was 6 years ago, but either way, I called him out. I said, when the fuck have you ever shown love to trans people, lying shit weasel? You definitely haven't shown any love to queer people, since you spent most of last year calling LGBTQ plus people groomers for no reason other than the fact that they weren't straight. That's 100% legit. Like, this bitch spent most of 2023. Like, I didn't pay a lot of attention to him, but there's like Reddit accounts to do and stuff like that, and you see him. I follow an account that used to call it a shit on my timeline because he's a fat piece of dog shit with a platform. And it's, you know, sometimes a good idea to see those shitheads and what they're doing. You know, even if they suck. Same reason sometimes get a list of knowledge about it, but also, you know, Dana and Jordan are pretty funny. Yeah, roasting Alex Jones' bitch ass. But literally, like, his response was okay groomer over and over and over again. Like, to somebody literally just being queer. And he also had videos that... Knife Level Hell welcomes you. It sure does. Videos of him, like, on his YouTube shorts of him like, calling for teachers that were queer to be fired for no other reason than being queer. Literally. He'd be like, oh, fire these teachers. They're teaching about the pride flag. They have the pride flag in their classroom. So, bitch, why the fuck is that a problem, bitch? But yeah, let's look at some of his more recent unhinged madness, and I'm not gonna... Now, look at this unmarried behavior. This is Josh Shapiro, August 11th, 2020. Now, I know I just saw a tweet from 3 years before this, but I also have not been spent all day tweeting wrongly about a cis woman being trans and how that's unfair that she won a boxing match. like a modern Mike Tyson or something, but that's wrong somehow. But he decided to reply with, it's Kamala Harris VP, and he's being destroyed in the comments. You know, for a guy who doesn't hate trans people and doesn't want them shoved down your throat, so you claim, you sure seem to have an issue with a guy just saying trans women are women, which is not an issue. You weird little fuck. Oh yeah, also the other thing about force on the kids, that's also bullshit because most of that is just literally like teaching kids that trans people exist. There's nothing wrong with that, and like the sort of thing like having trans characters in shows and whatnot. Which, okay, let me clarify that. I do want to see more of those, but it shouldn't be forced. Obviously, it should be up to the people making the stuff. I just also don't want to see the opposite where they're not doing it because of bigotry. It should be like up to people, you know, if you're a creator and stuff. That should be, you know, if you want to do it. But anyway, this is where we get to him basically being unhinged now. He's sort of admitting he's wrong, but not really because he's a fat tub of goo with no brain cells left. And I'm pretty sure his wife's cheating on him with a pilot. Pissing in his basement like a little piss baby. Saying, let's say this chick, he put like shit, I don't know, he's weird. In the Olympics is in trans. And an only anomaly because nature where they benefit from testosterone coursing through their veins even though they are a woman. And woman in quotations again. Still shouldn't be allowed to compete against women. It's no different than women on steroids. Yes it is, you fucking bitch. And also, that's not true, you little ass clown. Now, I'm going to load these replies because there's a good point. And it's right here. This is a bad take, Jeremy. Only BC of other enemies like Michael Phelps and latest sex. Yeah, like, Michael Phelps, you know, had, like, some kind of genetic disposition that makes him better at swimming, yet he was allowed to basically roll the Olympics for years in swimming. But sure, that's fine, you know, he's cis, so that's okay. And this is the unmarried bullshit, like, where he's sitting here fucking, they aren't trans, and pointing at her shorts with the short thing in it, and, like, trying to point at her dick, like, why are you looking at a woman's genitals so intensely? Like, I know you're thirsty, bitch, but goddamn, why you thirsty on Maine? Also, fuck you. Well, Spurge in the community says this is a crease. Well, how about this then? I mean, I don't care. First of all, also, it could just be like her underwear or something. Congratulations, you spent time out of your day searching for male genitals. Finding proof of speculation yet? Exactly. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're into, obviously. I like male genitals. But why are you doing it as a so-called straight man? Like, leave me in peace. Investigations is thankless work. Yeah, who the fuck's gonna thank you, bitch? You're a useless waste of shit. This is me, yeah, yes, looking for penis so thankless. You have such a hard life looking for dicks. Exactly. Like, something tells me you see lots of dicks. I guess a femboy sees lots of dicks, Jeremy. Such a clever comic there, fat boy. That's like if you just told me on my Twitter, like, oh yeah, well, you probably like balls. Yeah, the pansexual guy likes balls. Yeah, who would see that coming, right? You little fuckhead. And I'm not gonna, yeah, leave me in. Let me see more of this. There, trends. I don't know if there's any more. Oh, now we got, this is a pretty stupid point of him trying to act like an ally now or something. If the trans community wants to reduce transphobia, I have a great suggestion for you. Well, I have a suggestion for you, Jeremy. You can help right now. You could take this fucking video down, which is not only transphobic, it's actually actively spreading a lie that's hurting a cis woman. So by your fucking logic, you are hurting somebody you're supposed to be protecting. But you could also just delete your entire channel. Don't delete your Twitter, but delete all your, keep your transphobic tweets. But apologize for all of them. Explain how you're wrong and learn your lesson. But we know you're not going to do that. But let's see this fuckhead suggestion. Police your own. Dude, you literally have Nazis as fans. The fuck are you talking about? Police your own. I mean, I know you're a fat Nazi piece of shit. So obviously you don't care. But you really are the last person on policing your own. Stop letting biological men beat women. Okay, once again, Iman is a woman. A biological woman, as you call her. A cis woman. Okay, you stupid bitch. Also, trans women are women. So if a trans woman is allowed by a board of directors of an athletic commission to compete in a fucking sport by the rules and bylaws and all that shit, then it should be okay. Because otherwise, how the fuck you treat them any as real women, you stupid piece of shit? Because they're still women. They're real women. All real women are real women, you fucking idiot. It's like, I am a cis man. I am no more real than a trans man. We're all men, you fucking idiot. Like, literally, so stupid. Also, the fact that usually when you, from what I understand, there's better videos you can watch about this stuff. Usually when you enter a sport for bylaws, you have to, let me put the thing on my face again real fast, sorry. But that, you have to meet certain qualifications. Usually that's like being on, I think, estrogen for a certain amount of time. Usually I think a year or two, at least. And it makes your muscle mass shrink and stuff like that, among other things. There are rules, like you have to pass certain tests by law. But yeah, that he's dumb. He's too dumb to realize that. But anyway, steal their spots on rosters and scholarships, including their private spaces. Jeremy, one of the biggest, stupidest bitches in this fucking shitty little community of yours, this Nazi rally. Riley Gaines lost to a 12-year-old girl in another swim race before she lost to a trans woman. She was not going to have her spot anyway. She sucks. She's just trash. Invade their private spaces. Motherfucker. Trans women are women, so they're allowed to win spaces, you fucking idiot. Like, God, do you think I would care if a trans dude was in a men's bathroom? No, I don't care. You know what? I would trust a trans dude more in a men's bathroom than your fat fucking ass, you stupid little bitch. At the very least, I'm probably not gonna have to hear the trans dude sitting there looking at lolly porn like you're fucking nasty ass, right, bitch? Right, Jeremy? Fucking little ass lamb. And I hope you get sued to oblivion by Iman. I hope you, Logan Paul, Riley Gaines, and every other little fucking idiot. Elon Musk too is in this shit, like little fucker. But yeah. And then he says, seems pretty easy. Why aren't you doing it? Why are you still being a Nazi? Why are you still pushing transphobic narratives? Why are you still lying your ass off? Why don't you get a life? Why is the only time you ever talk about trans people, other than one time, literally, to say how mad you are at a certain trans person or make some transphobic dog whistles? Why don't you ever, in your entire fucking miserable existence, just once, hype up a trans person? You literally never have. It says transphobia is literally a brain disease because causes people to suspect they're going to be in trans. Which happened at a real-time website run by a trans dead be dead. Y'all are weird as fuck. Exactly. Cordy. Many people believe Hassan Abi is trans due to his lack of dong. Ha 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 ha. You're really... Motherfucker, I bet you haven't seen your dick since 9/11. What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking bitch. Also, this is a great response. Like, the fact that, the real clever response there, Jeremy. Like, you're 12 years old, you fucking little bitch. Because, like, literally, you keep doing the thing. Like, you're not beating the allegations. You're proving how fucking brain dead you are. Like, you literally are proving right now. My drunk ass is making more sense than your ass sober. That's how fucking dumb you are. You are ridiculous. You are a fucking sad clown. Also, like a little bitch using the screenshot so Hassan won't see this shit. Oh, he's pathetic. I wonder, is there any good quotes on this dunking on this bitch? Let's see. So it's like, you're too obsessed with dogs lately, Drake. Yeah, for real. Fucking Log Dog Johnson. Jesus, what is wrong with this man? Tweet just can. And then here it is. Here it is. On the Rumble and YouTube. Anyway. That should be all I gotta say about that bitch. We done talked enough about that fucking bitch. Let's talk about another fucking dreadful bitch Lamille, because why not? Now, J.D. Vance. Because, of course, the guy who's trying to run for Trump's vice, who apparently had trans friends at one point and brought them, like, some cake or something and was really good to them before he sold his soul to the devil. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not fair. Satan's not a bad dude. He doesn't want this guy's soul. Come on. Now, I'm sorry, Satan. He sold his soul to, like, I don't know, Elon Musk or some shit. Elon Musk probably paid way too much for it too. But this is where Kamala Harris' idea about gender lead, a grown man pummeling a woman in a boxing match. This is disgusting. All our leaders should condone it. Well, first of all, I had a good dunk on this bitch. Let's see if I think I saved it. I think my dumbass. I think I had a pretty good dunk on him. But let's see. Not that. I might watch that a bit. Or maybe I didn't say my own dunks. Why do I not say my own dunks? Well, let's see if I can find it real fast. If I search, I probably can find it. Nostalgia Cynic, that's my Twitter if you want to see it. And, yeah, it's mostly just like... Let's see. Let's go to my Twitter. I'm going to search for it. Yeah, we'll look at, let's look at Chappelle Roan. No, Shepley Roan? Sorry. I hope I'm saying that right. To cleanse our timelines, so to speak. I'm going to look up, I know I called him a bunghole. So we're going to look at Bugghole. That's one thing I call him. I call him a lot of things. So let's see. Now. Alright. This is me replying to J.D. Vance. Trans women are women, shithead. Algerian boxer lady is cis, dumbass. I had to spell out cis because the guy that runs this site, by the way, who has a trans daughter, Elon Musk, is such a bitch that he has now basically made your tweets invisible. If you use the word cis, I had to put it like that. But yep, and you love wife beater Dana White, bunghole. He does. He loves fucking wife beater. No wife beater Dana White beat his wife this New Year's. And he's fine when he spoke at his Republican convention. Oh, sorry, his Nazi rally. My bad. You fucked the couch, Samuel. Yes, he did. He fucked the couch. J.D. Vance fucked the couch. Let the whole world know J.D. Vance did it to a couch. Alright, I was going to look up if I could find it. I'm pretty sure I can find a screenshot of it, at least. Elon Musk. Muskrat. That bitch. Had something to say to Kamala Harris. She's running for president. Who, I just want to say for a minute, a good note, that, like, I hope she does win, and, like, I'm not saying she's perfect and she's done some fucked up shit, you know? But, I just want to point out that it's crazy that I'm gonna live theoretically. Like if everything goes right, hopefully they don't put the terrorists back in office. I'm gonna live in a time that I've somehow lived long enough to see the first two black presidents and the first woman president, and that's kind of insane, you know. In a way, like I don't know, I haven't. It's just kind of cool, but I can't find the specific. Basically, and I'm gonna have to end this soon. I apologize. Where anyway. Basically, this little bitch was quote tweeting somebody and saying, Kamala Harris disavow this or you agree with it. Talking about, again, Iman. And it's like, bitch, what does she have to disavow that a woman won a fucking Olympic medal? Also, want to point out, this woman is not American. That was the recent. I'm gonna probably finish this up soon, but that was a recent like controversy of the right wing. These little bastards were mad at the Paris Olympics for opening with a scene they thought was mocking the Last Supper. It was not even mocking the Last Supper. It was recreating a painting of Olympus. You know, the Olympics are based off of those kind of. You might have heard about that. And on top of that, it's like they're mad. And it's like, well, okay, let's say devil's advocate. It was mocking the Last Supper. Who cares? You don't have the right to sit here and own the Last Supper. You don't get to go, oh, how dare they? First of all, Paris is its own country, or France is its own country. Second of all, the Olympics are their own committee. They have their own thing. Third of all, you Christians get mad about it. Oh, well, like, make a movie and mock some other religion. I don't care. Do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody cares. What do you think freedom of expression is? Yeah, no, they lost their shit over that, and they're losing their shit over this. It's like they work in droves, and they have to like have something to constantly keep them mad about it. But it makes no sense, and they're completely wrong, and they can't admit they're wrong. It's like you can't argue with a maggot, right? You can't. We're at a disadvantage. You know, any normal person, you can't argue with a maggot because we're at a disadvantage. We have to make sense. It's pointless. Anyway, other than that, I had a pretty good day. Ate some pizza. I feel kind of funny. Hopefully I feel a little better, but ate some pizza. I watched some good wrestling. You know, speaking of something else, grounds my gears. How much time I got left? I got a little. Raw. I watched a Raw from like a month ago, and this Raw it came back from commercial. Had 2 minutes of match time. I'm not even kidding. Like maybe 3 minutes. Went right back to commercial. What the actual hell? What are we doing here? I don't know. Just. And I don't know what else to say. I'm looking forward to SummerSlam in 2 days, and hopefully Logan Paul loses the title, maybe fast too, so and maybe gets fired. But I'm not holding my breath. Endeavor fucking loves pieces of shit. I mean, they have Dana White still on the board. They don't give a shit. Like he's running UFC. I don't fucking care. But I don't know. I would hope so, but you never know. Like it would be cool. Personally, I think they should cut their losses because he's an expensive piece of shit anyway, and you have like 20 guys that can do what he does anyway. Who cares? He sucks. He's trash. Let him go do his shitty podcast. Hopefully he gets sued to oblivion by Iman. Same with Quivering and everybody else. Muskrat. Riley Gaines. Oh, live the TikTok. That bitch. Fuck her too. Yeah, but anyway. That asshole. That dung heap. Thanks for watching. This is some of my thoughts mostly on the Quivering and this situation. But also, you know, if you're a piece of shit spending his life, at least you got the decency to take your shit down and call yourself out, but you're not gonna. So, you know, I don't even know my mother. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time, despite the subject matter. Have a great day.